Good morning, Mediumship 102. It's a pleasure to be here again today with Lord Metatron. There's some things that he wants us to cover and explain before we get into the meditation, which I find quite interesting. But what we're going to do is we're going to wait a couple of minutes for everybody to come on. In the meantime, hello, Alexandra. Good to see you. Yes. It should prove to be a very exciting morning for everybody. I hope everybody got the memo that the event was pushed to 11:30. Good morning it is. We're still waiting for people to arrive, Alexandra. The last minute change of the event might have altered some people's ability to come on at this time of the day. Hello, Susie. Good to see you. Hope you guys have been enjoying and applying this third 20-minute meditation, and that you are allocating time each day for the 3 different meditations. Hello Bonnie, one of the important things they've been stressing to me over and over again to remind you guys of is it's important you understand the sequence of the meditations for each of the weeks of the 102 course. The first meditation, which deals with being in the present moment, is very important in that by getting your consciousness, your awareness, your body into the present moment, you are, in fact, separating yourself, your attachment to the past. Once you are separated from your attachment to the past, you're free to actually begin to create and express who and what you are and what you wish to experience in this life. The second week is about learning to release that old past, where in the first week you learn to bring yourself into the present, where you have a space within yourself to reorganize whatever you perceive. The second week, of course, is about spending at least 20 minutes a day releasing old thoughts, emotions, and memories from the past, anger, guilt, shame, fear, letting them go. And this third and final week is once you've let go of some of those emotions, you've created an internalized space within yourself. And that internalized space can now be filled with this new feeling energy, the 4 feeling energies that you've chosen for this week. And as I said, I know the 4 that you wrote down during the prior to the first meditation, the day before yesterday, those 4 emotions are the 4 you're going to work with this week. One of the things Metatron said is, he says, after this week, he recommends you continue the sequence of the meditations, but that each week you choose a different 4 emotions for the third 20 minutes. In other words, let's say in week 1 you chose love, compassion, joy, and creativity were the emotions that you chose. And for a week you've worked on those now. And then the next week you might choose excitement, enthusiasm, vitality, playfulness, and you'd focus on bringing those new energies in. Because remember, the sequence of the meditations is what's really important. Moving into the present moment and bringing your consciousness into the present moment, where you have a space then to access and release from your body old emotional energies. And the third 20 minutes is about bringing in new vibrational energies into your mind and your body so that you can begin to operate in the world based on the new energies and emotions that you're bringing into your system. This is really important, he says, because to understand that sequence, you'll practice it and repeat it until it becomes habit. He says that on a moment-to-moment basis, you'll be able to synopsize those 20 minutes in a fraction of the time. And by that he means that, let's say you're walking down the street and somebody says or does something that triggers an old emotion in you that you haven't cleared out yet. Well, you'll have a process in place by practicing this sequence of meditations. You'll have built a process in place within your system so that when something's triggered, you'll recognize it, move into the present moment, release it, and then access or draw on the new emotional feeling state that you wish to replace it with. That sequence is very powerful, and I've been using it now very diligently for close to a year. And the results will speak for themselves. As we have always said and will continue to say, whenever you change something that is within you, the world around you begins to reflect that change, positively or negatively. There is no distinction. Spirit, God, the oneness, whatever you want to call this omniscient energy that is around us, that energy does not judge whether or not something you're doing is right or wrong, good or bad. It just says, ask and you shall receive. So hopefully you follow the sequence, and you will continue to follow the sequence beyond the 102. Make it a lifestyle. Because when you do that 60 minutes every day in that sequence, and you're deliberate and methodical, you'll start to see results. And I hope you guys have been keeping an evidence journal so that you're gaining personal reference points in time and space so that you know and understand that you're generating changes in your experience. Because that's really important. If you don't have a record, a knowledge, a knowing of an experiential change, then you're likely to forget it. Because your habitual self, the old self, will just go back to the pattern unless you continue this process, which releases you from that old self. So the meditation process is going to be similar. He said there might be some slight variances, but it's essentially going to be the same process where we go inside. We get the body calm and quiet. We get our awareness moved up to that space just above the head. We call upon each emotion in sequence, the emotion of love or fear or joy or compassion or creativity, whatever the four are that you've chosen. And each in time we're going to access them, feel them, and bring that energy down into the cells of your body, into the marrow of your body. And remember, you're conditioning your body to function according to a new set of ideas and sensations that you are giving it. Right? So the four emotions that you've chosen are really important because they're your choice. They're what you want to become your moment-to-moment ongoing experience of being. And remember, love, ultimately, love is the ultimate expression of infinite good through our individualized expression. And all of the positive emotions that make love up are essential parts of that. And so you want to remember, all these new positive feelings you're bringing in are all related to the overall expression of divine love, ultimately. That sense of your unlimited self unconditionally being able to express love at all points of time and space, and therefore experience a life of love. Because remember, what is within is without. You know, you look at the acorn, the oak tree came from within the acorn. The acorn didn't come, well, it does too. Which came first, the chicken and the egg? The idea always comes first. But if you take an acorn, the oak tree emerges from it. And then the oak tree in turn creates the acorn. And so it becomes, we are self-generating beings. By what we do in this physical lifetime, we are literally constructing and generating the next experience of our being in another form of time, space, and matter, or nonlinear time, space, and matter. He stresses that it's important to understand these concepts because they're very, very simple. You are building not only the life you wish to experience here, but you're also building the life that you are wanting to experience when you leave this physical form. Remember, the form is not who you are. It is merely an instrument through which you express and receive feedback from what your creative process is at any given point in time. And so these four emotions that you're working with this week, and for those of you that didn't catch the beginning of this, the four emotions that you choose this week, we recommend that next week when you get to the third segment of your meditation, that you choose four new emotions, and then you do that each week. Choose four new emotional energies and four new emotional, and continue that process. You may loop back and reinforce the ones from the beginning, but choose new ones just to give your body and your mind a dynamic transformational experience. Because the body, whether most people like, the body does enjoy healthy change. It doesn't enjoy uncomfortable change. It enjoys healthy change. Anything that makes it feel good, it wants to do more of. And if you're putting emotional energy in that make the body feel vital and alive and refreshed and rejuvenated, well, the body's going to want more of that. Just as like when you're eating, remember those sugars, the sensations of sugars and caffeines and alcohol when you used to drink and do those things and smoke. Those sensations, the body was conditioned to like them, and so it goes towards them because it feels like you like them. It feels that feeling that it likes them. So it's basing its experience on the senses. But what we're doing now is we're teaching you to cultivate and develop an internalized experience of being that then becomes an expression through the form which attracts to the form that same experience that happens in time, space, and matter. So you'll start connecting with different people, different events, different circumstances that match the new feeling energies. And I'm hoping that some of you will share some of your experiences as these things unfold in the environments around you. Again, we're going to reiterate before we start meditation today how important it is that the sequence of the meditations in the Mediumship 102 course is extremely important. The first meditation, as you know, was about getting your awareness and body and mind into the present moment, just being quiet in the present moment, undisturbed. And the second week, of course, was about identifying emotional energies, fear, anger, guilt, shame, self-doubt, fear of failure, all those negative emotions, and releasing them, identifying and releasing them with your breath out of the body. And then letting the body return to that being in the present moment as you release those old emotions. And this third week then becomes the way, what you bring into the system to replace that which you've released from it. So the sequence is very important. Now, I know that we've suggested in the past that you could break the meditations up, but I personally always, every day, meditate in that sequence very precisely. Now, my 20 minutes is actually probably 40 minutes, 40 minutes, and 40 minutes, sometimes an hour, depending on what it is energetically I want to change and generate in my experience. So that becomes really important. Knowing what you want to experience can set the stage for what length and durations of the segments of the meditations will be in. But again, the order of the meditative process, each segment, is very important and designed very specifically to enable you to begin to become the master of the temple and no longer be subjective to the servants of the house, which are your 5 physical senses. Your 5 physical senses are meant to serve you, but for most people, they are the masters. People like to taste that. They like to feel that. They like that sensation. They like that drug. They like that sex. They like that the sensations become the dominant master. And now you take that power back away from them and you say, no. You're going to eat this because I want to experience my being a certain way. And I want to experience this body when it's 95 or 105 or 125. I want to experience this body in a way that gives me great joy and bliss, no matter what point of time and space I'm in. That requires that I do different things, think different things, and be a different being than I have been. And I know that many of you, I want to say, many of you have made some really great changes in your life. Many of you have broken down old patterns. We're in the process of breaking down old patterns, and that's amazing. Be fair to yourself, be gentle to yourself, go in the method and the way with the tenacity that you're willing and able to. Like I said, when I quit smoking the day my daughter was born 26 years ago, when I quit smoking, that process of quitting lasted about 3 months. But I went from like a 2-pack a day habit to literally 5 cigarettes a day, virtually overnight. And then those 5 cigarettes a day became 4 the week after, then 3 the week after, and then 2 the week after, and it went down. So by the end of 3 months, I was a non-smoker. And now, to this day, I am being a non-smoker. So that's who I'm being always now. So habits, be patient with yourself as you let them go, because your body's been conditioned. It's got a lot of energy and attachment and emotion connected to those old habits. And remember that once you know that it's just an emotional attachment that your body has, you have the opportunity then to say, wait a minute, that's not an emotional habit I want to have. nor do I want to give my body that experience of pain and suffering that tobacco causes or alcohol causes, or drugs cause. You want to be able to surrender those things consciously, deliberately, and meaningfully. Very, very important. So I want to say kudos to everybody who's putting the effort in to make the changes. Even if they're incremental, they're still moving forward. Any change is a change. Any step is a step. Remember that. Metatron saying he's really, really excited today. He says there's going to be a newer energy than the meditation that preceded this. He's saying that the finer frequencies of the I'm trying to find the word for the I'll use the words cosmic self. It's a self greater than what man knows of as God. It's the greater self of that is being brought through to us today to allow us to heighten the extension and expansion of these energies into this physical plane of consciousness for the specific reason of manifesting the global experience that this ascension process is intended to manifest as a divine expression of all humanity and all other beings that are co-creating in this endeavor. And right now the energy is buzzing. My whole crown chakra is wide open. It's just flowing through, and Metatron's he's had his fingers slightly tapping right in the middle of my back. It's like this rhythmic tapping. It's like almost like a micro drum, but it's I can feel the way it's sending the energy up and down the spine like this, bringing it around. And some of you may experience some of that, but he's saying you will certainly experience the higher frequencies of energy as you draw them in this time. It will build upon that which came before. He means the other meditation the day before, and will set the stage for that which will come on Friday after. And he means this Friday, not the Friday after this Friday. And he's saying to me right now, he wants everybody to take your hands, your two hands, place one hand over your heart, your right hand over your heart, and your left hand just over your solar plexus. Just allow yourself to feel the energies that occur between your hand and the energy center of your heart, and your hand and the energy center of your solar plexus. Just allow yourself for a moment to just feel the energy, connect to that energy, and notice the emotion that you identify feeling that energy connection. He is saying it is important to feel the energy without trying to analyze it, but to experience the goodness of it rather than your interpretation of its meaning. For if you are feeling the connection between these energy centers and your hands, you will feel, he's saying, you will feel lighter and expandedness. So he wants us to just sit like this for a minute. He's saying this is to prepare us for this. Now he's asking us to take the left and right hand and move them up. The left hand to the heart and the right hand to the throat. And very gently feel the energy between the hands and those energy centers. Just feel. Don't try to analyze. Just feel, don't analyze. Now again, move the two hands up to the next energy center. The upper hand to the third eye chakra or energy center, and the left hand to the throat chakra, and just feel the connection between the hands and the energy center, the sensation between them. Just feel. Don't analyze. And now again, move the hands up, the upper hand to the crown chakra, the left hand to the third eye, and again, feel the energy between the hands and those energy centers. He's saying, allow the energy that is going out into the crown through your right hand and into the third eye through left hand. Notice where those two energies intersect in your brain and become aware of that sensation. Some of you may know of that space as the pineal gland. Just feel where those energies intersect. He's saying breathe that energy down, all the way down to your root chakra. Breathe that energy down to your root chakra. And again, breathe it down to the root chakra. And this time as you exhale, let your hands come away from those energy centers. And notice the difference in the energy in and around your body. Just feel. Don't analyze. Feel how the entire body is responding to this shift in your energy. Now breathe and expand that energy to surround the space around your body, about 3 feet. And as you exhale, intensify the vibration of that feeling of energy in the space around your body. Now move your awareness into a space in the very middle of your head. Just be aware of the space in the middle of your head. Now breathe deeply and draw your awareness up out of the head, about 8 inches above the head. Just feel the energy of the space. Now speak the name of the first energy or emotion you want to draw into your body. Feel its pronunciation affect the energy just above your head. And now breathe in and draw that energy down into your body. As you exhale, expand it deep into all the cells, deep into the nerves, organs, and glands, deep into the marrow of your bones. As it reaches the marrow of your bones, say thank you, thank you, thank you. Now again, speak the name of the energy emotion you're drawing into the body, and then breathe it down into your body. Let it fill all the cells and molecules of your body. As you exhale, fill the organs, nerves, glands, and the marrow of your bones with this energy. Breathe deeply and move your awareness back to that point just above the top of your head. And speak the name of the second emotional energy you're going to draw into the body this time. Feel the word generate the feeling. Now breathe that feeling down into your body. Feel all the nerves, organs, and glands. All the way down to the tips of your toes. As you exhale, push that energy deep into the marrow of the bones. Feel the body, all the molecules responding to this energy. Now breathe and move your awareness back to that point above the head. And speak the name of that second energy again. Feel the energy respond to that name. Now breathe that energy down into the body. Breathe it into all the molecules, organs, nerves, and glands of the body. And as you exhale, push it deep into the marrow of the bones, down to the tips of your toes, into all the nerves, organs, and glands. And just feel that energy for a few moments. Now move your awareness back into the space at the top of your head. Breathe yourself there. Now speak the name of that third energy emotion. Feel the words stimulate the energy. Now breathe that energy down into the body. Breathe it into all the nerves, organs, glands, and molecules of the body. From the top of your head to the tips of your toes, breathe it in everywhere. And as you exhale, push it deep into the marrow of your bones, into your organs, nerves, and glands. From the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Now breathe yourself back up to the space just above your head. And speak the name of that third energy again. Feel how the energy is affected by the word. Now breathe that energy down into your body. Deep into all the molecules, nerves, organs, glands, muscles, all the way to the tips of your toes. And as you exhale, push that feeling deep into the marrow of your bones, nerves, organs, and glands. From the top of your head to the tip of your toes. And now feel how the body is responding to this energy. Now breathe your awareness back up to that point just above the top of your head. And speak the name of the fourth energy, emotion, and feel how the space responds to it. Feel the sensation it creates. Now breathe that energy down into your body. Down into all the nerves, organs, glands, cells, and molecules that make up your body. And as you exhale, push that energy deep into the marrow of your bones, the top of your head to the tips of your toes, every nerve, organ, gland, muscle, cell. Breathe that energy into it. Breathe deeply and draw your awareness back up to that point, just above the head. And speak the name of the fourth energy emotion again. Feel how the space responds to the word. Feel the sensation. Now breathe that energy down into the body, into all the nerves, organs, glands, muscles, molecules of the body, from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. Breathe it in. And as you exhale, push that energy into the marrow of the bones, deep into the nerves, organs, glands, molecules. From the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Now feel how the body is responding to this energy at this time. Just feel it. Don't analyze, just feel. Now breathe deeply and expand all of these emotions out to surround your body. Breathe deeply, expand this energy out to surround your entire body. As you exhale, allow that energy to expand a little further out around the body. Now move your awareness back to that point just above the top of your head. And from this point, just feel the energy within and around your body. Within and around your being. Feel the vibrations in the molecules of your body and in the space around your body. Just rest in this feeling. Go deeper into the feeling. Feel how all the molecules in your body are vibrating with these energies. Feel how the space around your body is vibrating with these energies. As you feel these energies, make a conscious decision that you will choose to access these energies and can access these energies anywhere at any time merely through the action of your breath and the speaking of the word. Whenever you speak any of these words, feel their vibration. Draw them into your body and expand them out around the body as you exhale. Now speak these words to your entire experience at this time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are both the cause and the effect of these energies. You are the creator, the cause, and the effect of these energies. your willingness and intention have created this experience that you are currently having. You are the creator, the cause, and the effect of these energies. Now breathe deeply. And as you exhale, expand that energy out as far as you can. Breathe deeply again. And as you exhale, expand these energies out even further. Now take a moment to notice the space that your physical body occupies. And to the physical space that your body occupies, speak these words. Thank you for allowing me to express through you. Thank you for allowing me to express through you. Notice how your body responds to those words. Thank you for allowing me to express through you. Breathe deeply. And as you exhale, bring yourself back into this present moment. And when you're ready, open your eyes and just be aware of the vibration you feel in and around your body. We recommend that you practice this in sequence with the other two meditations. It certainly will not hinder you to stay with this energy for a little longer than you are present at the moment. Once you have an awareness of an experience, it is part of who you are. And this is important to understand, that you are both the cause and effect of your experience. You are both the cause and effect of your experience. Wonderful. So if anybody has any questions or concerns at this time, let's bring them up right now. If anybody would like to come on live with me and share their experience, that would be welcome too. We still have a few minutes here. Wow. So I'm just going to scroll down and see if there's any other comments. So again, the sequence of the meditations is really what's important to take from the 102, the sequence of the meditations, and applying them daily. As I said, a minimum of an hour of 20 minutes each for each segment of each week is what we suggest as being the minimum. But some of you, as I already know, have also found yourselves going on for a lot longer than that, and that's not surprising. Because one of the things that begins to happen as you get more articulate with being a creator as opposed to being subjective to the thoughts and emotions that are stored in your body, as you get more articulate in being a creator, you start to recognize that time will change for you. You will discover that you have more time in less space. In other words, you will not feel hurried, and you'll have all the time you need to accomplish whatever task it is you have set out for yourself. Because time and space are consciousness dependent. I'm going to repeat that again. Time and space are consciousness dependent. In other words, the quality of your consciousness. If you're in a fear state, then it is more likely you'll experience time more rapidly. If you are in a state of love or grace, you will experience time more slowly, like you are more comfortable with time. You're not in a hurry. It shifts things significantly. Oh, you're welcome, Janine. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Yeah, Metatron, I love his the tappings. He has not stopped tapping my spine. He says that there's many of you that are experiencing that too, where you feel that energy going up and down through you. Like he says it is like the serpent entwined. Some of you will feel that, like the serpent entwined, which is the energies coming into balance within you. He says, as you allow yourself to become more aware of that sensation, you will be less controlled by lesser vibrations and emotions. Wow. Bonnie, that's a great question. I actually transition right into the next one. I don't monitor the time. I go based on my experience. So I can tell, I can tell when my body and the creative process I'm engaged in has received what it can receive today. Because it's like this physical world is based upon time, space, and matter. And so it does have certain ways and means and processes for integrating new energy. So when we're bringing in divine frequencies into this time-space dimension, if we bring them in too fast, we can cause problems as equally as if we can bring, whether it's positive or negative, if you bring too much of anything into a space too quickly, you can alter it. So it's something you do gently. I just flow with it until I feel it's done. Some days it takes 25, 30 minutes. Sometimes it takes 2 hours. Depends on the segment. In the very beginning, it would take me up to an hour and a half to 2 hours just to get my mind and body quiet in the present moment. Now it doesn't take much of that time, so a lot more of the time goes towards the other two segments, which is releasing the old self and incorporating the new energies. And the third one usually takes the most amount of time now because I've released much of the old, so I've got lots of room for the new. So I might spend 90 minutes, 2 hours on the third segment of bringing these new energies of love, joy, compassion, peace, prosperity, understanding, playfulness, jubilance. There's many different shades to the energies, but you learn to go by what you're sensing energetically, not by what your senses, because your body, depending upon how it has been conditioned by the environment, what you got going on in your life, your body's probably thinking, most people's bodies are trying to, oh, this is taking too long, I don't have much time, and that's an old paradigm, right? So it's really unique to who you are and where you are in your development, but that's what I do. And again, there may be days where I will still have to spend 90 minutes on getting my body and mind in the present moment. If I'm really too excited or my energy is really too high, it's like, wow, I'm really a lot of stuff going on, I'm excited. Then I may need to take a little bit more time to bring my energy and consciousness back into the present moment with my body. So again, that's a process you learn through experience. But I've never done it less than 20 minutes ever. In fact, I rarely do it less than an hour now, just because that's what my system and the creative process I'm injecting into this physical dimension requires. There will be days and times where it may require more. As I said, I've meditated up to 4 hours sometimes, and gotten twice as much done that day, because you alter time and space when you're able to tap into these higher energy frequencies that are always available to us, right? Which is the whole goal of these courses, is to get you aligned to your capability to draw in higher energies and fulfill the process of your ascension and those whom you are here to serve as well. Oh, you're welcome, Alexandra. So if there aren't any other questions, again, all 5 of the meditations, that's the 2 from Master Jesus from last week, and the 3 from this week from Metatron, will be available on Sunday evening. I will, so again, I will, if you have not received them from me by Sunday evening, please let me know. I will send you the link, because I've got to now take them and load them up onto my Dropbox, and it'll be a link that I can send to anybody in the group or course that can then download them and listen to them. I will also be posting these 5 particular meditations on my YouTube channel, because they're telling me that they're saying there are many thousands that will benefit from these meditations, and that I'm to honor that. And again, that's what we are here to do. We are here to bring about this ascension process and provide the mechanisms, the tools, the knowledge, and information to the literally millions and billions of people that are waking up quite rapidly right now. And that process is going to accelerate as we get more of us get engaged and bring this energy forward. So I hope that addresses that concern. There we go. But I find it also interesting. I mean, many of you that are watching this now are either catching the replay or you're watching this on my YouTube channel. Wherever it is, if you do the meditations in the sequence that they were laid out for you, especially the being in the present moment, releasing old emotional energies and bringing in new vibrational energies in the body. If you really do it, then even if you're struggling with a lot of addictive problems and emotional problems, these sequence of meditations will begin to retrain your body. It will teach you to train your body and your thoughts to be quiet. So be patient with yourself. And when your body and mind are quiet, you can give them commands and they'll carry them out for you much more effectively. Like when you're in a state of joy, it's not likely you're going to want to put something in your body that you know is going to make it feel bad, because you're going to feel bad. You become more sensitive to what's right for you and what's not right for you. And once we have a humanity that is more connected to what is right and what is wrong from a perspective of truth, not a perspective of a dogma or a philosophy or political ideology or religious ideology, when humans are connected to the truth of knowing the truth from source, then we will conduct ourselves far more effectively within ourselves and therefore with each other. Because remember, all behavior requires an emotional state. And that state's either based in fear or based in love. And we have the capacity to alter and choose and change what energy we're going to align ourselves to. And it's really important to understand that. Metatron saying he is complete for today. He wishes all of you great love and says, I stand by you as you practice these. You are not alone, for we are with you, I and many others. As you align yourself, your sensitivity to who we are will become obvious as you increase the sensitivity to who you are. For in truth, you and I and many others are one in consciousness. And the alignment of your frequency to ours is naturally established already. But you are just breaking out of the discontinuity of that awareness by releasing yourself from the illusion of this world self that you currently exist in. And I understand. So he'll be by us all, and he is. They do not leave our side. When you start understanding multidimensional consciousness, the quantum realm of being, time, space, and matter are universally identical at all points of itself. In other words, I can be here and I can be somewhere else completely differently from the perspective of a non-physical consciousness. I can be in multiple places simultaneously once I have the proper knowledge, awareness, and understanding of my being and the limitlessness of that. So please enjoy the energy of Metatron. And on Friday at 10 a.m., we will do the third in the sequence of bringing in the new feeling energies. And I'll look forward again to Saturday morning where we will be doing the 103 orientation. And the 103 orientation, again, the focus is on, there are many ascended beings that will be coming through as they have in the previous 103. And they say they will continue because that's the nature of this work. We cannot learn anything from what we already know. We can only learn from what we don't know. And they bring forth that which we don't know, so that we have the opportunity to experience that information, experience the energy of that information, and go through a process of transformation as a direct result of our exposure to it. So again, I want to thank all of you for participating in today's meditation and for participating in all these courses and classes. And also for those of you that are reaching out on your own and doing your own groups and things, know that we are always with you. You're never separate from us. We were always here. It's now time to continue to flourish and flower the nature of who you are into that which you meant to be. I love it. I think that's it. Okay, everybody, much love. Again, this will be up on the wall, available as a replay. Take care. Bye for now. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, you're welcome, Bonnie. You're welcome, Alexandra. Bye, everybody. You're welcome, Eileen. Okay, bye-bye.